Well, friends, let's get ready for another helping of Bruce Campbell as Ash Williams as he's now in the past. Here's a review of the third installment of Evil Dead Army of Darkness. Big D's Entertainment Rankings and Reviews. Greetings, my fellow YouTubers, and welcome to Big D's Entertainment Rankings and Reviews. My name is Doyle, better known to you as the Big D, and this time around I bring to you a review of the 1992 horror comedy sequel, Army of Darkness. Yeah, released by Universal for Dino De Laurentiis Productions, produced by Renaissance Pictures Company that's owned by Sam Raimi and Bruce Campbell, who both return, as Raimi returns as director of this, and also co-wrote the screenplay with with his older brother, Ivan. I almost said Sam. My bad. I got carried away. But anyway, and Sam Raimi also co-edited the movie. The film was co-produced by Robert Tappert, who of course produced the other movies, and Bruce Campbell, who once again reprises his role as Ash Williams. Now, this serves as a continuation after the events of Evil Dead 2. Anyway, well, it's more of a comedy horror, not horror comedy, so. Anyway, the film is titled on screen as Bruce Campbell vs. Army of Darkness, and is marketed as such on some home releases. Now, as you saw, I have the special Screwhead edition, which I got from Game Exchange a couple of months ago. And after watching it 3 times already, I'm saying this movie is just an absolute fun-filled flick. Now, I kind of wish I'd like to see some other versions, because there have been many other versions, including international version, which is 88 minutes. That's 7 minutes more than the original we got here. Anyway, this took part after Raimi's other hit for Universal, Darkman, was big. So, filming took place in 91, and soon, well, everything went on as planned. Now, Tom Sullivan, who previously worked on its 2 predecessors and the short film Within the Woods, contributed to the special effects of the film. The music is once again done by Joseph Loduca, who I believe that's the same guy who did the music for the previous film. Excuse me. Anyway, though the film did okay, but not great, though. It received positive reviews, though notably less than its predecessors, but it has acquired a cult following, just like the other 2 movies. And the film was dedicated to Evil Dead sales agent and executive producer of Evil Dead 2, Irvin Shapiro, who died before the film went into production in 1989. So if you are ready, here we go with our story. After being transported to the Middle Ages in the end of the last movie, Ash Williams is captured by Lord Arthur's men, who suspect him of being an agent for Duke Henry, with whom Arthur is at war. He is enslaved along with the captured Henry. His shotgun, aka his boomstick, and chainsaw are confiscated, and he is taken to the castle, and Ash is thrown in a pit where he kills a deadite and regains his weapons from Arthur's wise men. After demanding that Henry and his men be set free, as he knew it was a witch hunt, and killing a deadite publicly, Ash is celebrated as a hero. He grows attracted to Sheila, the sister of one of Arthur's fallen knights. Now, according to the wise man, the only way that Ash can return to the present day is through the magical necromic. Excuse me, I gotta pronounce it again. Necronomicon Ex Mortis, the Book of the Dead. Ash then starts his search for the book. As he enters a haunted forest, an unseen force pursues Ash into a windmill, and he crashes into a mirror. Soon, small reflections of Ash in the mirror shards come to life, with one becoming a life-size clone, which gets split from him. Which, believe me, that's one of the things I like about this movie is its humor and what have you. It's had so much slapstick humor in certain scenes. Well, it grew on me and more times I watched it. Excuse me, everyone. I'm sorry for being a little tired. So I guess. Anyway. And then Ash kills the life-sized clone and then buries it. When he arrives at the Necronomon's location, he must pick one of three books instead of, one of three books. And has to determine which one is real. So apparently, he tries one of them and gets sucked into, which is absolutely, I don't know. And the second one bites into him, like it was something we would see in, I don't know, something like from Harry Potter years later or something like that. I'm just playing with y'all. I just in there for fun. Anyway, but soon he finds the real one, as he's realizing at the last moment that he has forgotten the last word of the phrase that will allow him to remove the book safely. Klaatu Barada Nikto. He tries to mumble and cough his way through the pronunciation. He grabs the book and begins rushing back. Meanwhile, unknown to Ash, his ruse has failed and the dead and his evil clone resurrect, uniting into the army of darkness. Oh, things look bad. I'll tell you what. Yeah. Okay, now I'm going to get to the ending of this review with the ending. So, if you've not seen this movie, you've got 5 seconds to stop this video. Go to the description box below. Fast forward to the time below to avoid ending spoilers. Thank you. Here we go. Okay, you've been warned. Upon his return, Ash demands to be returned to his own time. However, Sheila is abducted by a flying deadite and later transformed into one. Ash becomes determined to lead the humans against the army, and the people reluctantly agree. Using knowledge from textbooks in his 1973 Oldsmobile Delta A8 and enlisting the help of Duke Henry, Ash successfully leads the medieval soldiers to victory over the Deadites and evil Ash, saving Sheila and bringing peace between Arthur and Henry. And the wise man tells him how to return to the present by giving him a potion after reciting the phrase. Now, before I get into the last bit of this, I'm going to say the battle with evil Ash and the Deadites. Oh wow, that was a blast! That was so much fun. That would prove to have much more fun than way before we even saw Zombieland. I absolutely enjoyed it. It was fun. Okay, back to the review. Back in the present, Ash recounts a story to a fellow employee and S-Smart department store where he works at, who of course is played by Sam Raimi's other brother, Ted Raimi, who of course will also appear in the Spider-Man trilogy he did, just like Mr. Campbell did. Anyway, he talks to a woman who is interested in his story. A surviving Deadite allowed to come to the present because Ash again forgot the last word, attacks the customers, and Ash kills it using a Winchester rifle from the sporting goods department and exclaims, "Hail to the king, baby," before passionately kissing the woman. End of story. So, what did I think of Army of Darkness? Well, I gotta say, it was a blast. Just like Zombieland would be years later. I think this was so good. Now, the film didn't have an original ending. Now, Ash miscounts the amount of potion needed to be able to correctly return to his own time. As a result, he wakes up in a post apocalyptic future where human civilization is destroyed and he screams in dismay at having overslept. But Universal objected to this climax, feeling that it was too negative in tone. And so a more optimistic ending was filmed and ultimately incorporated into the theatrical cut. Yeah. Boy, that would be a blast to see and something like that. But hey, I'm satisfied with the ending we saw in this. Anyway, Army of Darkness is pretty fun. I love the score. I mean, and just about a lot of other things. The cast is good. We, of course, have Bruce Campbell once again. He is still the king. Hail to the king, baby. Groovy. We have Embeth Davids as Sheila, Marcus Gilbert as Lord Arthur, Ian Abercrombie as the Wise Man. Oh, the list goes on and what have you. The cast is just absolutely fun in ways. So this is worth checking out. So should say before I gave you the answer before I give you the question. Would I recommend Evil Darkness? Hell yeah, you need to see this. I mean, well, it might not come quite to being the best of the Evil Dead series, but nevertheless, if you want something funny, I'd say, yeah, go for it. Army of Darkness, yeah, the story's not too bad. The cast is absolutely good. The score's not too bad either. And there have been various some comic books and what have you. There's even been a role playing game and even an actual video game, which that's really something. Never knew that. I knew there were comic books based on the Army of Darkness. Excuse me. But yeah, Army of Darkness is worth looking into. So anyway, what are your thoughts on Army of Darkness? Please tell me in the comment section below. Like the video by clicking the like button, subscribe to my channel as well, and be a part of the Big D Nation. Join me next time when I bring to you a review of Evil Dead 2013. Thank you for watching, and if you liked what you saw, see these other fun-filled videos. If you like this, in the upper left-hand corner is my review of The Evil Dead from 1981 or 82. The upper right-hand corner is my recent review of Evil Dead 2. And just for fun, the bottom left-hand corner is my review of the Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2, which of course is a black comedy horror flick as well. And the bottom right hand corner is the button you can click to subscribe for more. If you like rankings and reviews on movies, TV, music, video games, etc., then I'm your guy. And remember, this Saturday will be my next live stream of horror with Nightmare on Elm Street 3 and 4 at 7 o'clock Central Time. Until next time, I'm the Big D saying, see ya.